Howdy. I picked a hitchhiker up just the other day driving down the road. Seemed like a pretty nice guy, and after a few miles, he asked me this. He said, "Hey, aren't you a bit afraid? What if I'm a serial killer?" I told him that, you know what, the odds of having two serial killers in the same car at the same time were extremely unlikely. I try to keep a straight face. Oh my, that's kind of cute. Hey, okay, at least one good thing has emerged from this recent G7 summit is confirmation that all of these people are hypocrites. They stand beside each other and they hug and they shake hands and they do all those things that they tell us not to do. You know all that. That is such old news now. I mean, every leader, Democrat leader particularly, and liberal leader, they're the same. It's you do it, but I'm not going to. It's very, very upsetting, to say the least. People are victims of gun violence. That's a fact. People are victims of gun violence. People are also victims of gun control. That's also a fact. A gun control law prevents law-abiding citizens from saving a life from those who don't obey the law but have a gun. Kind of profound stuff. Gun deaths contribute to gun violence statistics that are regularly used to argue for more gun control laws. The stats should be used the other way because lives can be saved if good guys have guns. Last year, more than 2.5 million cases were reported in North America from good guys using guns to stop bad guys from doing bad things. And that's a matter of fact. So the biggest bad thing would be gun control to your well-being. Just hours after President Trump recently made this big announcement, he said, "I wrote a book and it's going to be published pretty soon." The people who never read a transcript, didn't know anything about the book, they didn't hear the pitch, that would be the left-wing mainstream press. They said, "We won't touch any project from former President Trump," and they went on and they attacked the messenger. They don't even know what the message is. And that kind of defines his entire presidency. I mean, what other people think doesn't matter to the left-wing press. It only matters what they think or what they want you to think. In Canada, there's a leader of the Green Party, and Green Party is kind of code for commie. Really it is. There are a bunch of left-wing things. I mean, the name kind of implies they're just a bunch of people that go out every day and hug a green tree. That's not it anymore. It might have started that way, but now they're like all socialists because, you know, they want all the socialistic things for everyone except for them. They have a leader in Canada. She's black, and she said there's a small group of people who are trying to dethrone me, and of course they're racist. They always do that, don't they? Of course they are racist. And sexist too. Oh, forgot that, because she's a woman. I'm a woman, I'm black. So if you say anything that I don't like you to say, you're a racist, you're a sexist, you're crazy. That's for her, she's crazy. The Liberals now in Canada, they've done it again with regard to Quebec. They're now beefing up the protection of French in Canada, in Quebec, because of Quebec. It's going across the nation. They want everybody to speak French. I ain't ever going to learn how to speak French. Leave me alone. But they're trying to do that. I think 5% of the population speaks French or something, and 95% of them are in Quebec, whatever those numbers are. But outside of Quebec, very few people speak French. And inside Quebec, most of them understand English. So it just goes on and on. And you know what? Dumb as forever. Citizens, rise up. Don't take any more of this nonsense. Not only is it insulting, it's expensive. You know how come you don't have as many boxes of cereal on the shelf in your local store than they do in the US of A? It's because the manufacturers say, "I'm not putting all that extra stuff on there because there's no room. And I'd have to take our pictures off and do this and that because French is longer, historically at least, or traditionally, than the French or the English language, pardon me." So people don't want to do that. So if you see 50 boxes of cereal or cans of soup, that means that there's 2 or 3 times that number. The selection is far greater, which of course has a lot to do with the pricing as well. And people here just don't get it. The vice president, last thing of the day, the vice president of the United States, she's always stuck for an answer, you know, or when she's stuck for an answer, she just laughs. And she's always laughing. See ya.